just record it?
This better be
remember
mine.
fact?
Oh yeah, because they all walk in. I'm doing a territorial acknowledgement.
Okay.
And then
Ladies and gentlemen, check. Good afternoon. We're about to start the ceremony, so I'm just going to ask everyone to try and grab their seats. The grads are waiting patiently to be called out here and welcomed. There are seats up here to the left. Ian is pointing to them right now. Some people in the audience have made a comment or two about the fact that Mr. McPherson and I sometimes look the same. I am Liam, he is Ian, and sometimes we wear the same clothes.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome here. We just realized that, normally Mr. Ian McPherson would be up here to do this, but he's a father of a graduate this year. So the honor, rests with me. Please, would you all stand and welcome the Brentwood College School graduating class of 2025.
Please stay standing. Please stay standing. I'd like to start today with a land acknowledgement, which provides a moment to reflect on why we acknowledge the land and those who have lived here before us. It is important that we note that we've been asked to do this as part of the recommendations from the Truth and Reconciliation Commission in order to help support the building of stronger relationships between all who live on and use the land. In addition, by opening with the land acknowledgement, we aim to demonstrate that we recognize that a land-based nation has called this land and space home for thousands of years. As a recent transplant to this valley, I am only just beginning my journey to better understand the history of the Indigenous peoples of Vancouver Island. I'm committed to continue my learning to ensure I have a strong understanding of the history of this land and the people who have occupied it for many generations. The following statement is taken with permission from Nadine McSpadden, an Indigenous educator who led a professional development session with our staff earlier this year. I acknowledge the people of the Malahat First Nation, who are one of the 5 Saanich communities. The name Malahat comes from a reference to an historic infestation in the area. I would also like to acknowledge that we are on the unceded traditional territories of the Cowichan tribes who have occupied the land for 4,500 years. I would like to express gratitude to the Coast Salish people on whose traditional territory our school, Brentwood College School, resides. Thank you, and please take a seat. If you were here this morning, you may be tired of hearing from me, but I'm back again. Good afternoon. It is my pleasure to welcome all of you to our 2025 graduation ceremony. parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, cousins, friends, mentors, coaches, teachers. You have all contributed to the success of this, our 2025 graduating class. This group is in many ways the first to complete the full cycle of high school in a post-COVID world. When these grads were in grade 7, March to be specific, they were barred from entering their classrooms and sent to learn from beds, couches, floors, kitchen tables, front porches, back decks, closets, basements, parks, or anywhere else they could find a strong enough data signal to not freeze too often on Zoom or Google Meet. It was truly a unique and challenging experience, and yet here we are about to watch them, or you, our grads, walk across the stage to collect their high school diplomas. High school for these grads, like all grads, has not been without its inevitable highs and lows, but I believe the time spent on the Brentwood campus has prepared each of our grads for the next chapter in their life. Grads, it's time, and you are ready. Yes. This year's graduation ceremony is particularly special to me as both a parent and one of the newer members of the staff here at Brentwood. It marks the emptying of the nest in my home, as it does for many of you, and it means that my first group of grade 12s, really the first students I got to know at Brentwood, are leaving me for adventures out in the world. I'm so excited for this amazing group of individuals, and I do mean individuals as they are a distinct group, to go out and change the world. This group includes artists and athletes, artistic athletes, passionate debaters, budding politicians, future engineers, doctors, entrepreneurs, and all sorts of expertise and careers that don't exist yet. I'm also excited for these amazing young adults to come back to Brentwood in the future. Even though it's not the easiest place to get to, I hope they will be back to share their adventures with us. This incredible group is also unique because it includes people from so many different parts of the world. Thailand, Italy, Taiwan, Japan, Mexico, the US, across Canada, India, Saudi Arabia, the Caribbean, Eastern Europe, Scotland, Southeast Asia, Hong Kong, and Australia. And I'm sure I've missed a few. How amazing is that that is who is in this graduating class? I'd like to take a moment to also mention that this unique group is heading off on a wide array of adventures. The list of post-secondary institutions many of our grads are heading to is long and varied, from the UK to Europe, to North America, to Australia, as is the list of programs that they've gained entrance to. But there are also quite a few grads who are doing something else that I think takes courage. They are opting to take a year away from school. And I call it courageous or brave because it bucks the trend among their peers and it comes with a lot less certainty. The post-secondary destinations and plans for gap years have all been made and supported by our university counselors. So thank you to each of you, Ms. Hall, Ms. Beausoleil, and Mr. Rodriguez for your hard work to support our students in achieving their goals. At the start of the year, I had a chance to have all of you, our grade 12s, over to my house for barbecues within your boarding groups. And 2 nights ago, I had the pleasure to host you all again, together this time for a final barbecue. And it was the final barbecue of the year. These 2 barbecues are really a nice set of bookends to what has been an exceptional year. In September, you shared goals, things you liked about Brentwood, and things you would change. 2 nights ago, I asked you to reflect on the year. You talked about achievements in sports and the arts, and maybe my favorite, one of you talked about how much you enjoyed putting the house to bed when you were on duty. I know you made memories that you did not share as well, and those will be important to you as you move on in your lives. And I hope you look back. Yes, we know. I probably know more than I should. Thank you to having a grade 12 in the class. But you all made it. That's the good thing. Anyways, I hope you look back at this time at Brentwood fondly. Now, you're all moving on, but I want you to know, like I said before, you have a place here on the shores of Vancouver Island. So once again, I welcome all of you and invite you to enjoy in this very special moment in the lives of the grade 12 students sitting here in front of us. I thought I'd finish with something inspirational from philosopher and ethicist Michael Josephson. He said, "Take pride in how far you've come, have faith in how far you can go, but don't forget to enjoy the journey. So indeed, please do enjoy the ride." I'd like to now welcome Mr. Rodriguez to celebrate the graduating class.
Thank you, Mr. Chalmers. Welcome, parents, family, and friends of the members of the graduating class of 2025. What an extraordinary day this is. For the graduates, for you parents, this is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Yet, if you've been at this for a few years, like I and many of my Brentwood colleagues have been, there is a risk that a monumental day like this can feel a little less special. But I can honestly tell you that this is one of our prized days of the school year. And this moment is unlike any other for us as educators. To see the fruits of the labor of so many, not just these graduates, but of teachers, advisors, house parents, parents, family members, friends, all doing their utmost to support and encourage these young people to not just make it to this day, but to absolutely thrive along the way. It is like no other feeling. Today is the culmination of so much work, so much heavy lifting, of so much laughter and so many tears, of so many aspirations and carefully laid plans, of so many disappointments and cherished wins. And it will not likely dawn on these young people, and perhaps even some of you in the audience, until you have left this place and scattered yourself to the far reaches of the world, just how incredibly special this day is. For me, my colleagues, my outstanding university counseling team, we understand what today means. And that's why it will be impossible to wipe the smiles off of our faces today. Yes, we are brimming with happiness, not because you will be leaving this place, but I admit that's icing on the cake, for sure. Rather, it is because we understand all that you have done, all that you have accomplished, and all that you have sacrificed to make this day possible. And we are so incredibly proud of all of you. The world that awaits you out there is, without a doubt, a crazy and complex place. A place that will throw you every challenge it can, testing you to face each day with more energy and determination than the day before. Graduates, to ensure that you're always up for that challenge, you will need to be brave. You will need to be confident. You will need to be adventurous. But for you, that means simply doing what you have always done while at Brentwood. Because with each passing day in the classroom, with each performance on the stage, with each push on the field, on the court, and on the water, with each tear shed and embrace given in support of the friend beside you, you have repeatedly proven yourself brave, confident, and adventurous. When you consider what these graduates intend to do with themselves, their bravery, confidence, and sense of adventure are all the more apparent. Consider that the largest number of our graduates in living memory will be taking that gap year that Mr. Chalmers referred to before pursuing post-secondary studies, leaping into new adventures and discoveries. Consider that in the light of increased hostility towards higher education in the United States, the proportion of our graduates who will attend amazing colleges south of the border is higher than it has been in years. Consider that in the face of so many pending disruptions in the world of education and work, from the explosive pervasiveness of AI to economic uncertainty and unpredictability, these graduates are hungry to forge their paths and make their marks in fields of study that are aligned with their passions. Whether it's journalism, nursing, business, interior design, aerospace engineering, architecture, applied mathematics, anthropology, medicine, and myriad other pursuits, these graduates are boldly moving into a world eager to take on all that comes their way. They will venture to 63 different schools in 6 different Canadian provinces, in 15 different US states, and in 10 different countries. If that is not a measure of bravery, confidence, and adventure, I don't know what is. So graduates, be proud of all that you have accomplished and all that is to come. But know that your future successes will not come without effort, energy, and focus, which happens to be all that you have already offered to arrive at this point. Know that you are capable of anything because of all that you have accomplished already. But always remember that nothing is given to you. Nothing comes without the hard work. Nothing comes without grit and joy. Push yourself beyond what is comfortable and easy. Challenge yourself every day. Allow yourself to be vulnerable and open to the perspectives and feelings of others. Bring grit and joy to your life every day. But above all else, graduates, remember to be kind. Be kind to each other, be kind to this world, and be kind to yourselves. Life is nothing if it is not full of kindness. Remember that, and this world will be all the better for having you in it. Graduates, there remains just one thing to do: to take the steps onto this stage where you come as children and leave as adults. So I offer to you, the graduates, and all of you in here, one of my favorite sign-offs. Be well, do good work, and keep in touch. Parents, family, and friends, it gives me and my spectacular university counseling team of Jessica Beausoleil and Sharon Hall great pleasure to introduce to you the members of the Brentwood College School's graduating class of 2025. And one short note before we begin. At the barbecue that Mr. Chalmers mentioned, I gave some words to these grads in terms of this moment, to realize that when they cross this stage, it'll be a moment that has been thought about by you for as long as they have been alive. In fact, since before they've been alive. And so to embrace that moment is of utter importance. But I implore you too to embrace that moment. So as much as you'll be compelled to lift up that phone and take that picture or record it, I implore you, drop it. Look at your child with your own eyes. Savor that moment with your own senses. We've got photographs, we got photographers, it's live streamed. You'll have every record in the world, and trust me, we'll send that to you. But this happens once. Embrace it. Let's begin. 4 years at Brentwood from Mill Bay, British Columbia, commencing her studies in direct entry medicine at the Royal College of Surgeons, Ireland in Dublin, co-winner of the Butterfield Cup for Musical Theatre and winner of a Heads Arts Award, Sophie Albinati. Three years at Brentwood, from Kelowna, British Columbia, proceeding to Huron University in London, Ontario, to pursue studies in the social sciences, winner of the Human Geography Subject Prize, co-captain of live streaming, Ryan Argument. Three years at Brentwood, from Bangkok, Thailand, proceeding to the Vancouver campus of University of British Columbia, where he will pursue his Bachelor of Science degree, winner of a Heads Academic Award, Guntapat Asvak. 3 years at Brentwood, from Calgary, Alberta, Entering directly into her studies in medicine at the University of Crete in Rethymno, Greece, captain of the senior play, Michelle Atagari. Four years at Brentwood from Maple Bay, British Columbia, commencing her studies in the College of Liberal Arts at California Polytechnic State University, San Luis Obispo, where she plans to major in journalism, Charlotte Joyce Atkins. Two years at Brentwood from Slave Lake, Alberta, entering the Faculty of Arts at the University of Alberta in Edmonton with a scholarship to pursue studies in criminology, Grace Rita Auger. Grace will also be presented with an eagle feather in respect to the tradition of her Cree culture and in honor of the milestone of her graduation. The eagle feather is a symbol of honor, achievement, and a new beginning. 4 years at Brentwood from Napa, California, proceeding to University of Limerick in Ireland with a scholarship to pursue studies in sport and exercise science, Olivier Ballack. Four years at Brentwood from Yellowknife, Northwest Territories, entering the Faculty of Arts at the Vancouver campus of the University of British Columbia as a Loran Scholarship finalist to commence studies in philosophy, politics, and literature, winner of subject prizes in creative writing and AP psychology, Ella Mai Bertelsen. Four years at Brentwood from Lake Oswego, Oregon, commencing his studies in economics in the College of Letters and Science at the University of California at Berkeley, captain of the boys basketball and boys rugby teams, and a major award winner in both sports, winner of a Heads Athletic Award, co-winner of the Ken Creer Memorial Award, and co-captain of Ellis House, Julian Bishop. Three years at Brentwood from Ras Tanura, Saudi Arabia, proceeding to the University of British Columbia at Vancouver to pursue studies in computer science, winner of the AP Computer Science Subject Prize and a Heads Academic Award, co-captain of Brentwood Broadcast, and co-winner of the Award of Achievement in Film Production, co-winner of the Callan Family Award, and captain of Whittle House, Brian Jesus Blanco. Four years at Brentwood, from Hermosillo, Mexico, commencing his studies in biochemistry at the Okanagan campus of the University of British Columbia in Kelowna, co-captain of woodwork, Miguel Santiago Briton Fontes. Two years at Brentwood, from Milan, Italy, proceeding to Università Cattolica del Sacro Cuore in Milan to pursue studies in economics and management, winner of the Spanish 12 Subject Prize, Lavinia Brazzone. Three years at Brentwood from Calgary, Alberta, commencing her studies in environmental science at Queen's University in Kingston, Ontario, winner of the AP Environmental Science Subject Prize, captain of girls ice hockey, and winner of the Pavlis Award, Beatrice Bryden. Four years at Brentwood from Canmore, Alberta, entering the School of Architecture, Planning, and Landscape at University of Calgary to pursue a Bachelor in Design in City Innovation degree, Felix Buziak. 3 years at Brentwood, from Duncan, British Columbia, proceeding to Vancouver Island University with plans to pursue studies in marine biology, Theodore Byron. Three years at Brentwood, from Whitehorse, Yukon Territory, taking a gap year before pursuing studies in the sciences at University of Victoria, Angus William Cable. Three years at Brentwood, from Nanaimo, British Columbia, entering the Faculty of Science at University of British Columbia at Vancouver with plans to major in biochemistry, co-captain of jazz band and co-winner of the Outstanding Jazz Musician Prize, winner of a Heads Academic and Heads Arts Awards, and a Triple Colors winner, Karis Carson. Three years at Brentwood, from Prince George, British Columbia, proceeding to the St. George's campus of University of Toronto to pursue studies in political science, co-captain of Model United Nations and co-winner of the Concilium Award, winner of the Gold Service Pin, co-winner of the Powell Cup, captain of girls soccer and of Be Well, Addison Chadwick. This is a special one. 1 year at Brentwood, from Toronto, Ontario, entering the Faculty of Arts and Science at Queen's University to pursue studies in psychology, Liza Chalmers. Four years at Brentwood, from Los Angeles, California, entering the College of Letters and Science at the University of California at Berkeley with plans to major in applied mathematics, captain of drawing and painting and winner of the Jerry Lee Award, winner of a Gold Service Pin and of a Heads Academic Award, Megan Chang. Two years at Brentwood, from Coquitlam, British Columbia, pursuing a Bachelor of Education degree at University of Victoria with a scholarship, winner of the Entrepreneurship Subject Prize, Abby Clark. Three years at Brentwood, from Cowichan Bay, British Columbia, proceeding to Mount Royal University in Calgary with plans to major in interior design, co-captain of AP Studio Art, Lily Clark. Three years at Brentwood, from Whistler, British Columbia, proceeding to Queen's University to pursue studies in nursing, a Heads Arts Award winner, Portia Colpitz. One year at Brentwood, from Victoria, British Columbia, entering the DeGroote School of Business at McMaster University in Hamilton, Ontario with a scholarship to pursue a Bachelor of Commerce degree, Leo Cahoon. Two years at Brentwood, from Vancouver, British Columbia, commencing his studies in anthropology at Concordia University in Montreal, Declan Crotty Green. One year at Brentwood, from Denver, Colorado, entering the Peter B. Gustafson School of Business at University of Victoria to pursue a Bachelor of Commerce degree, Preston Curtis. Four years at Brentwood, from Cumberland, British Columbia, proceeding to Queen's University to pursue studies in biology, Cole Curtis Chesters. 3 years at Brentwood from Nanaimo, British Columbia, entering the Faculty of Science at University of British Columbia in Vancouver with plans to pursue a major in pharmacology, Yash Dahiya. 5 years at Brentwood from Duncan, British Columbia, proceeding to the University of British Columbia at Vancouver to pursue a Bachelor of Science degree, Finn Dahlstrom. Four years at Brentwood from Atherton, California, entering the Frost School of Music at the University of Miami in Coral Gables, Florida, with a scholarship to pursue their music industry program. Winner of the Outstanding Rock Musician and the Outstanding Jazz Vocalist Awards, winner of a Heads Arts Awards and of Triple Colors, captain of senior rock band, Bina DiCenzo. Three years at Brentwood from Revelstoke, British Columbia, taking time to pursue his pilot's license, winner of the Helen Ormiston Smith Bowl for ceramics, Nicholas de la Salle. Five years at Brentwood from Duncan, British Columbia, proceeding to University of British Columbia at Vancouver to pursue a Bachelor of Design in Architect, Landscape Architecture, and Urbanism degree, winner of the Hand-Built Pottery and AP Studio Art Prizes, winner of a Heads Academics and Heads Arts Awards and of Triple Colors, J. Ronan Doler. Four years at Brentwood from Duncan, British Columbia, taking a gap year before entering the Faculty of Social Sciences at the University of Victoria, co-winner of the Michael Apatowitz Memorial Award and captain of Privet House, Peter Dryden. Boom. 3 years at Brentwood from Vancouver, British Columbia, entering the School of Film and Television at Loyola Marymount University in Los Angeles, California, with a scholarship to pursue a major in screenwriting, captain of choreography and winner of the Joyce McLean Award, winner of a Heads Arts Award, Sarah Dukovich. Two years at Brentwood from Vancouver, British Columbia, proceeding to Concordia University with a scholarship to pursue studies in computer science, co-captain of jazz band and co-winner of the Outstanding Jazz Musician Prize, Georgia Ekman. Three years at Brentwood from Vancouver, British Columbia, taking a gap year to travel before proceeding to Lund University in Sweden to pursue studies in international business, co-captain of field hockey and winner of the Hall Mackenzie Field Award, winner of the Defensive Player Award in basketball, a Heads Athletic Award winner, Sierra Edstrand. Four years at Brentwood from Prince Rupert, British Columbia, proceeding to McGill University in Montreal to pursue studies in the Faculty of Arts, Elna Farrell. Three years at Brentwood from Nanaimo, British Columbia, commencing her Bachelor of Arts and Science degree at McGill University, Nikita Rose Filanovsky. Four years at Brentwood from Victoria, British Columbia, proceeding to University of Calgary to pursue studies in the Faculty of Arts, Riley Rosa Fry. Three years at Brentwood from Edinburgh, Scotland, pursuing a Bachelor of Fine Arts degree at Mount Allison University in Sackville, New Brunswick, with a scholarship, Abigail Gairns-Gio. 2 years at Brentwood from Marwayne, Alberta, proceeding to Red Deer Polytechnic in Red Deer, Alberta, to pursue studies in business administration, Cade Williams George. Four years at Brentwood from London, Ontario, commencing studies in the Smith Faculty of Engineering at Queen's University, winner of the Rame Engineering Prize and the Outstanding Photographer Award, Sydney Elizabeth Evelyn Goodall. Two years at Brentwood from New Delhi, India, entering the Viterbi School of Engineering at University of Southern California in Los Angeles to pursue studies in chemical engineering, Abir Goyal. 2 years at Brentwood from Reno, Nevada, proceeding to the University of Waterloo in Ontario with a scholarship to pursue their honors arts and business program, Trevin Gray. Three years at Brentwood from Jasper, Alberta, commencing her studies in marine biology at Dalhousie University in Halifax, Nova Scotia, Sienna Golovich. Four years at Brentwood from Lanceville, British Columbia, proceeding to Princeton University in New Jersey to pursue studies in economics, co-winner of the Mary Brooks Law Award, captain of cross-country running, and captain of Rogers House, Hamish Gullison. Five years at Brentwood from Nelson, British Columbia, commencing studies in electrical engineering at University of Victoria with a scholarship, Isabel Harold. Five years at Brentwood from Mill Bay, British Columbia, entering the Sauder School of Business at the Vancouver campus of University of British Columbia to pursue a Bachelor of Commerce degree, co-captain of the Boathouse and winner of the Ian Biscoe Rowing Award, William Hawkins. Three years at Brentwood from Edmonton, Alberta, proceeding to Arizona State University in Tempe with a scholarship to pursue studies in aerospace and aeronautical engineering, co-winner of the Climbing Award, Preston Henry. Five years at Brentwood from Cowichan Bay, British Columbia, entering the Faculty of Arts at McGill University to pursue studies in political science, a Triple Colors winner and captain of the Rhythm and Blues Band, Oliver Hurd. I'd like to now invite my university counseling colleague, Jess Beausoleil, to welcome the next group of graduates to the stage.
Keep it. 3 years at Brentwood, from Vancouver, British Columbia, commencing her studies in engineering at the University of Alberta, winner of the Holmes Cup, captain of Mackenzie House, Sophie Hawken. Five years at Brentwood, from Mill Bay, British Columbia, entering the Faculty of Arts at the Vancouver campus of University of British Columbia, Marcus Hogan. Two years at Brentwood, from Courtenay, British Columbia, proceeding to Vancouver Island University in Nanaimo to pursue studies in business, a Heads Athletics Award winner, winner of the Offensive Player Award in ice hockey, captain of boys soccer, and winner of the Stephen Sprague Award, Liam Howe. Two years at Brentwood from Toronto, Ontario, commencing studies in political science at Concordia University with a scholarship, Jacob Brett Huber. Three years at Brentwood from Dhahran, Saudi Arabia, proceeding to University of Lethbridge in Alberta to pursue studies in biochemistry, Isa Hussein. Four years at Brentwood from Langley, British Columbia, taking a gap year before pursuing studies in business at university, Ainose Avahe. Four years at Brentwood from Tokyo, Japan, proceeding to the University of California at San Diego to pursue studies in international business, co-winner of the Kathleen Bryan Memorial Award, president of the graduating class, Yuto Amai. Three years at Brentwood from Udaliya, Saudi Arabia, entering the Faculty of Arts at Toronto Metropolitan University in Toronto, Ontario, to pursue studies in psychology, co-winner of the Mary Brooks Law Award, captain of Allard House, Basma Jama. Years at Brentwood from Cowichan Bay, British Columbia, proceeding to Bond University in Gold Coast, Australia, with a scholarship to pursue a dual degree program in law and international relations, Savannah Cameron Jensen. Four years at Brentwood from Villanova, Pennsylvania, entering the Freeman College of Management at Bucknell University in Lewisburg, Pennsylvania, with plans to major in finance, Emma Kamen. Three years at Brentwood from Vancouver, British Columbia, proceeding to Western University in London, Ontario, with a scholarship to pursue studies in medical sciences, Sarah Marie Kellett. Two years at Brentwood from Salt Spring Island, British Columbia, taking a gap year to travel before exploring post-secondary options further, co-captain of pottery and co-winner of the Peggy Elms Award, Maxwell Kello. Three years at Brentwood from Vancouver, British Columbia, entering the Faculty of Arts at the Vancouver campus of University of British Columbia to pursue studies in anthropology, winner of a gold service pin, winner of the John Garvey Shield for soccer, co-captain of girls basketball, Cleo Kessler. Three years at Brentwood from Seoul, Korea, entering the College of Arts and Sciences at the University of Virginia in Charlottesville with a scholarship to pursue studies in psychology on a pre-medicine track, winner of the Outstanding String Ensemble Member Award and the Robert Cooper Cup for Musician of the Year, winner of a gold service pin and of a Heads Arts Award, captain of string ensemble, Abby Kim. 5 years at Brentwood from Courtenay, British Columbia, proceeding to the St. George's campus of the University of Toronto with plans to major in political science, co-captain of musical theatre, Cole Kimberley. One year at Brentwood from Toronto, Ontario, commencing his studies in business management at the University of Edinburgh in Scotland, Kyle Kaufman. Four years at Brentwood from Cowichan Bay, British Columbia, taking a gap year to complete a wilderness leadership program in New Zealand with the National Outdoor Leadership School, a triple colors winner and co-winner of the Peyton Trophy, Assistant Head Prefect for Arts, Isaac Kuntz. Three years at Brentwood from Sun Peaks, British Columbia, entering the Gina Cody School of Engineering and Computer Science at Concordia University with a scholarship to pursue studies in aerospace engineering, a triple colors winner, captain of digital photography, Teague Kramer. Three years at Brentwood from Tainan, Taiwan, proceeding to McMaster University to pursue studies in life sciences, captain of 3D art and sculpture, Melvin Kuo. Four years at Brentwood from Pretoria, South Africa, commencing her studies in psychology at the Okanagan campus of the University of British Columbia, co-winner of the Kathleen Bryan Memorial Award, captain of yearbook and of the Student Activities Council, Tegan Riley Claire Kyle. Four years at Brentwood from Nanaimo, British Columbia, proceeding to University of Guelph in Ontario with a scholarship to pursue studies in human kinetics, Veronica Lamb. Years at Brentwood from Pemberton, British Columbia, entering the Faculty of Arts at the Okanagan campus of the University of British Columbia, Rain Lambrecht. Do you want to fix it? There we go. Good job. 4 years at Brentwood from Hong Kong, commencing studies in life sciences at the St. George's campus of the University of Toronto with plans to major in neuroscience, winner of the Gold Service Pin and co-winner of the Bruce M. Hicks Public Service Award, captain of BIPOC, Wing Ham Abby Lee. Two years at Brentwood from Hong Kong, entering the School of Social and Political Science at the University of Edinburgh to pursue studies in international relations, captain of public speaking and winner of the Oratory Award, the Heads Arts Award winner, Lee Chi Ching Myra. Three years at Brentwood from Nanaimo, British Columbia, proceeding to the University of Edinburgh to pursue studies in psychology, Soren Lee. 2 years at Brentwood, from Vancouver, British Columbia, taking a gap year for work and travel before exploring post-secondary options to study kinesiology, a Heads Academic Award winner, Annie Lee. Three years at Brentwood, from Cowichan Bay, British Columbia, taking a gap year to further explore his post-secondary options in kinesiology, a triple colors winner, captain of boys tennis, Liam Lee. Two years at Brentwood, from Salt Spring Island, British Columbia, taking a gap year to complete a wilderness leadership program in East Africa with the National Outdoor Leadership School, Alex Lloyd Carr. Three years at Brentwood, from Yellowknife, Northwest Territories, commencing studies in neuroscience at the University of Lethbridge with a scholarship, a Heads Arts Award winner, captain of intermediate rock band, Mina Lockhart. Four years at Brentwood, from Lyndon, Washington, completing a program in game design at Vancouver Film School, then entering the Tisch School of the Arts at New York University to pursue a Bachelor of Fine Arts degree, majoring in game design, Evan McKeag. Five years at Brentwood, from Mill Bay, British Columbia, proceeding to the University of Victoria to pursue studies in science, a Heads Athletics Award winner, co-captain of volleyball and girls basketball, co-winner of the Elizabeth Kostulik Volleyball Award, and winner of the Coaches Award in basketball, a triple colors winner, winner of the Yarrow Shield, and assistant head prefect for athletics, Ruby McDougald. Five years at Brentwood, from Vancouver, British Columbia, proceeding to Dalhousie University to pursue studies in commerce, Lachlan McKinnon. Three years at Brentwood, from Toronto, Ontario, entering the Faculty of Arts at Queen's University with a scholarship, Sophie McLernan. Five years at Brentwood, from Cowichan Bay, British Columbia, taking a gap year for work and travel before proceeding to Huron University to pursue studies in management and organizational studies, captain of graphic art and design, Parker McPherson. Three years at Brentwood, from White Rock, British Columbia, entering the Marshall School of Business at the University of Southern California with a scholarship to pursue studies in business administration, winner of a gold service pin, winner of a Heads Academic Award and triple colors, captain of golf, and winner of the Rob Sukup Memorial Trophy, Dara Miao. Three years at Brentwood, from Mill Bay, British Columbia, proceeding to McGill University to pursue studies in psychology, winner of the Outdoor Pursuits Award and of Triple Colors, co-winner of the Bruce M. Hicks Public Service Award, captain of Omni, Ayana Michaud. Four years at Brentwood, from Cobble Hill, British Columbia, taking a gap year for work and travel before entering the Peter B. Gustafson School of Business at the University of Victoria to pursue studies in commerce, Samuel Miller. 4 years at Brentwood from Chemainus, British Columbia, taking a gap year and attending the Bay Islands College of Diving in Honduras and completing their Dive Master program before entering the Faculty of Arts at the Okanagan campus of the University of British Columbia, winner of a gold service pin, Tavin Douglas Plumsteel Miller. One year at Brentwood, from Kyiv, Ukraine, entering the Vantage College program at the Vancouver campus of University of British Columbia to pursue studies in computer science, Dimitrova Mishenko Denisovich. Two years at Brentwood, from Vancouver, British Columbia, taking a gap year to travel before commencing a concurrent arts and education degree program at Queen's University, Jacob Mitchell. Five years at Brentwood, from Duncan, British Columbia, commencing studies in engineering at the University of Victoria with a scholarship, co-captain of robotics and co-winner of the Robotics Prize, winner of the Rose Bowl for cross-country running, winner of the subject prize in AP Computer Science Principles, Jasper Mottershead. Four years at Brentwood, from Tokyo, Japan, proceeding to the University of Washington in Seattle with a scholarship to pursue studies in applied and computational mathematical sciences, co-captain of Brentwood Broadcast and co-winner of the Award for Achievement in Film Production, winner of the Bruce Tate Award for Physics 12, Shinsuke Nakatani. 5 years at Brentwood, from Mill Bay, British Columbia, proceeding to the University of Victoria to pursue a Bachelor of Fine Arts degree, majoring in theater design, a Heads Arts Award winner, Wilbur Tanisha Athena Zena Warrior Princess, Heather Elizabeth Neufeld Hanley. Three years at Brentwood, from Hong Kong, proceeding to the St. George's campus of the University of Toronto to pursue studies in life sciences, winner of the Chemistry 12 Subject Prize, Jaden Ng. Three years at Brentwood, from Adelaide, South Australia, entering the Dornsiff College of Letters and Arts and Sciences at the University of Southern California with plans to major in international relations, winner of the Ruth Bull Prize for Literary Studies, winner of a Gold Service Pin and a Heads Academic Award, Pearl Norman Brown. Four years at Brentwood, from Green Bay, California, commencing his studies in the McCourt School of Public Policy at Georgetown University in Washington, D.C., winner of the Subject Prize in AP Comparative Government and Politics, Luke O'Connor. One year at Brentwood, from Calgary, Alberta, proceeding to Queen's University to pursue their Bachelor of Health Sciences degree program, Olivia Obadon. Four years at Brentwood, from Seoul, Korea, commencing his studies in applied mathematics at the University of California at San Diego, winner of the Advanced Topics in Math Subject Prize, June Sok Kevin O. Three years at Brentwood, from San Francisco, California, entering the Levy School of Business at Santa Clara University in California, Frederick Oman. Three years at Brentwood, from Austin, Texas, proceeding to Griffith University in Gold Coast, Australia, pursuing studies in medical science, Tony Amole. I would now like to invite my university counseling colleague, Sharon Hall, to welcome the remaining graduates to the stage.
Good afternoon. Welcome to the end of the alphabet, otherwise known as the patient people. Okay, 3 years at Brentwood, from Dhahran, Saudi Arabia, commencing studies in the Faculty of Humanities at McMaster University, a Heads Arts Awards winner, Naomi Onansanya. Four years at Brentwood, from Santa Barbara, California, proceeding to Glasgow School of Art in Scotland to pursue studies in their Games and Virtual Reality program, co-captain of AP Studio Art, winner of a Heads Arts Award, the Artist of the Year Award, and the George Kelly Award, Lilia Lauren Parham. 4 years at Brentwood, from San Francisco, California, entering the Gateway program at Holy Cross College, leading to studies in business at Notre Dame University in Indiana, Carter Vincent Peterson. 4 years at Brentwood, from San Francisco, California, commencing studies in cognitive neuroscience in the College of Arts and Sciences at the University of Virginia, co-captain of debate and co-winner of the Robert McLean Prize, co-winner of the Powell Cup, Kennedy Grace Peterson. Three years at Brentwood, from San Francisco, California, entering the College of Arts and Sciences at the University of Colorado at Boulder, Rose Purock. Three years at Brentwood, from Napa, California, proceeding to Parsons New School of Design at the New School in New York City with a scholarship to pursue a Bachelor of Fine Arts degree in fashion design, Serena Pitts. Four years at Brentwood, from Victoria, British Columbia, entering the John Molson School of Business at Concordia University with a scholarship to pursue studies in commerce, Alexander Pieja. 4 years at Brentwood, from Victoria, British Columbia, proceeding to Concordia University with a scholarship to pursue studies in psychology, Isabella Pieja. One year at Brentwood, from Milan, Italy, commencing his studies in business management economics at the University of California at Santa Cruz with a scholarship, Tommaso Poggianella. Okay, deep breath here. 4 years at Brentwood, from Orinda, California, proceeding to Claremont McKenna College in Claremont, California, to pursue studies in economics and political science, winner of subject prizes in calculus, AP microeconomics, and philosophy, politics, and economics. You're going to take a minute. Co-winner of the Coaches Award in tennis, captain of hand-built pottery, winner of Heads Art Award, winner of the Butchart Trophy for the Ducks and the Brentonian Shield, assistant head prefect for academics, Stella Pollock. 4 years at Brentwood from Menlo Park, California, proceeding to the University of California, Davis, in Sacramento to pursue studies in animal science, Mia Ratazzi. Three years at Brentwood from Ucluelet, British Columbia, entering the Faculty of Arts at McGill University, winner of the AP Art History Subject Prize, captain of traditional photography, Charlie Rawa Knighton. Two years at Brentwood from the Cayman Islands, proceeding to Thompson Rivers University in Kamloops, British Columbia, to pursue studies in resort and hotel management, winner of the Rolly Bill Shield for Vocal Ensemble, Zara Naomi Rafi. Two years at Brentwood from Vancouver, British Columbia, commencing studies in the Bachelor of Fine Arts degree program at the Alberta University of the Arts in Calgary, Elizabeth Rogers. Three years at Brentwood from Calgary, Alberta, entering the Smith School of Engineering at Queen's University, winner of the Pre-Calculus 12 Subject Prize, Evan Rosser. Four years at Brentwood from Cobble Hill, British Columbia, proceeding to University of Michigan at Ann Arbor on an athletic scholarship for rowing to pursue studies in kinesiology, co-captain of the boathouse, and winner of the Pat Steinbrook Kelly Rowing Award, Novella Russman. Five years at Brentwood from Austin, Texas, commencing his studies in mechanical engineering at Boston University in Boston, Massachusetts, Isaac Ryan. Three years at Brentwood from Edmonton, Alberta, taking a gap year before entering the Faculty of Arts at Queen's University, Temi Sapara. Three years at Brentwood from Whistler, British Columbia, proceeding to Queen's University to pursue studies in psychology, Kaylee Sarkany. Two years at Brentwood from Woodside, California, proceeding to McGill University to pursue studies in political science, winner of the Rhythm and Blues Band Prize, co-winner of the Peyton Trophy, captain of girls tennis, and captain of the Brentwood Environmental Action Team, Ruby Sitoski. Four years at Brentwood from Salmon Arm, British Columbia, entering the Faculty of Social Sciences and Public Policy at King's College London in England to pursue studies in international relations, co-captain of Model United Nations and co-winner of the Concilium Award, winner of the Maurice D. Young Acting Prize, a Heads Arts Award winner, Angel Savannah Gowder. 1 year at Brentwood from Bologna, Italy, commencing studies in economics with management at Durham University in Durham, England, Ginevra Scagliarini. 3 years at Brentwood from Prince George, British Columbia, proceeding to McGill University to pursue studies in anatomy and cell biology, winner of the Jerry Pennell's Prize for Anatomy and Physiology 12, captain of theatre production, Asha Scocking. Three years at Brentwood from Prince George, British Columbia, commencing studies in nursing at the College of New Caledonia in Prince George, a Heads Arts Award winner, Ava Scocking. 5 years at Brentwood from Whistler, British Columbia, proceeding to the St. George's campus at the University of Toronto to pursue studies in mathematical and physical sciences, co-captain of live streaming and winner of the Brentwood Broadcasting Prize, co-winner of the Players Award in basketball, and winner of the Coaches Award in rugby, Jack Kalani Shortus. At Brentwood from Kelowna, British Columbia, entering the College of Built Environments at the University of Washington in Seattle, with plans to major in real estate, Grace Sissette. Yeah! 5 years at Brentwood from Mill Bay, British Columbia, taking a gap year to work and travel before further exploring opportunities with the RCMP and the Canadian military, Orion Snow. Two years at Brentwood from Tsawwassen, British Columbia, proceeding to University of Victoria to pursue studies in creative writing in the Faculty of Fine Arts, winner of the Furbacher-Ho Sculpture Prize, Alexander Chaput-Sohor. Three years at Brentwood from Edmonton, Alberta, entering the School of Criminology and Criminal Justice at Northeastern University in Boston, co-winner of the Callan Family Award, captain of Alexandra House, Sloan Stanton. Five years at Brentwood from Comox, British Columbia, proceeding to Rhodes College in Memphis, Tennessee, with a scholarship to pursue studies in politics, philosophy, and law, co-captain of debate, and co-winner of the Robert McLean Prize, co-winner of the Climbing Award, a Heads Arts Award winner, Grace Stiegel. 5 years at Brentwood, from Duncan, British Columbia, entering the Faculty of Social Sciences at University of Victoria, co-captain of field hockey and winner of the Grimes Award, Maren Stone. Five years at Brentwood from Mill Bay, British Columbia, entering the Faculty of Arts at McGill University with plans to pursue studies in architecture, co-winner of the Barbara Stone Volleyball Award, winner of the Arthur Privet Prize for English Studies, and a Heads Arts Awards, Maria Sishikova. Four years at Brentwood from Hong Kong and Courtenay, British Columbia, proceeding to the Vancouver campus of the University of British Columbia to pursue studies in science, Joseph Takahashi. 4 years at Brentwood from Hong Kong and Courtenay, British Columbia, entering the Faculty of Science at the Vancouver campus of the University of British Columbia with plans to major in pharmacology, Laurel Takahashi. 4 years at Brentwood from Bangkok, Thailand, proceeding to the St. George's campus of the University of Toronto with a scholarship, with plans to pursue studies in life sciences, captain of Art Foundation and winner of the Art Foundation Award, a Heads Arts Award winner, Piantur Pin Tamrong Nawasawat. Five years at Brentwood from Lake Cowichan, British Columbia, commencing studies in elementary education at the University of Victoria with a scholarship, captain of dance and winner of the Old Brentonian Rose Bowl, winner of the Heads Arts Award and of the Nicholas Prouse Prize for 20th Century History, Caitlin Tuck. 4 years at Brentwood from Seattle, Washington, proceeding to University of Amsterdam in the Netherlands to pursue studies in media and culture, winner of the Comparative Culture Subject Prize, winner of the Andrea Pennells Cup, captain of Hope House, Rowan Van Dender. Five years at Brentwood. From Victoria, British Columbia, entering the Faculty of Engineering at the University of Alberta, co-captain of girls rugby and winner of the Burroughs Cup for rugby, co-winner of the Ken Creer Memorial Award, Addison Van Oenstrom. Three years at Brentwood from Vancouver, British Columbia, commencing studies in the Arts and Business program at the University of Waterloo, Vo Dok Zabai. Three years at Brentwood from Nanaimo, British Columbia, entering the Smith School of Engineering at Queen's University, captain of the Wind Ensemble, William Watts. 3 years at Brentwood from Calgary, Alberta, proceeding to Queen's University to pursue studies in commerce at the Smith School of Business, Stephen Webb. Five years at Brentwood from Cobble Hill, British Columbia, proceeding to McGill University to pursue studies in economics, co-winner of the Barbara Stone Volleyball Award, co-captain of pottery, and co-winner of the Peggy Elms Award, Bryn Wenhart. Five years at Brentwood from Cobble Hill, British Columbia, entering the Faculty of Arts at McGill University to pursue studies in political science, co-captain of musical theater and co-winner of the Butterfield Cup, captain of photojournalism, winner of the Photojournalism Award, co-captain of volleyball and co-winner of the Elizabeth Kostelich Volleyball Award, co-winner of the Coaches Award in tennis, winner of Heads Art and Athletics Award and of the T. Gill Bunch Cup, this year's valedictorian, Ella Wenhart. At Brentwood from Monaco, proceeding to Durham University to pursue studies in sport and exercise science, Charlie May White. Five years at Brentwood from Duncan, British Columbia, commencing his Bachelor of Science degree in Food, Nutrition and Health at the Vancouver campus of the University of British Columbia, George Warnell. 3 years at Brentwood from Vancouver, British Columbia, entering the regular officer training program at the Royal Military College of Canada and pursuing studies in economics, Matthew Wood. Two years at Brentwood from Smithers, British Columbia, taking a gap year for work and travel, co-winner of the Michael Ipatowicz Memorial Award, co-captain of Ellis House, Daniel Woodstra. Two years at Brentwood from Smithers, British Columbia, proceeding to Camosun College to pursue studies in registered massage therapy, Mila Woodstra. Four years at Brentwood from Hong Kong, commencing his studies in computer science at the University of Southern California, co-captain of robotics and co-winner of the Robotics Prize, captain of squash, Yoon Lok Hei Kyle. And finally, 3 years at Brentwood from North Vancouver, British Columbia, playing junior hockey with the Nanaimo Clippers in the BC Hockey League before exploring his post-secondary options, Heads Athletic Award winner, captain of boys ice hockey, and winner of the Defensive Player Award, winner of the William T. Ross Trophy, this year's head prefect, Matson Waring. Parents, family, and friends, please join us all in once again congratulating the members of the Brentwood College Schools graduating class of 2025.
Thank you, Mr. Rodriguez, Ms. Hall, Ms. Beausoleil, Ms. Allen, Mr. Carr. I feel fortunate to have the chance to introduce our 2025 valedictorian. I first heard about Ella Weinhardt and her sister Bryn through a student in my last school who was in my office one day and he said, "Are you leaving, moving to BC?" And I said, "Yes." And he said, "How'd you hear that?" And he said, "Oh, my neighbors go to Brentwood." My first connection among many that have come since. Since then, I've enjoyed seeing Ella and her teammates compete on the senior girls volleyball team, and this is where I also met Ella's parents, some of the most dedicated day student parents that we have. I loved Ella's portrayal of Karen in Mean Girls, the musical, this past winter, and seeing her MC the concert for Summer's Eve a few weeks ago. Ella is a true leader in the grade, so it was no surprise that she was selected to be this year's grad class of 2025 valedictorian. Ella is looking forward to, as you heard, starting first year at McGill. However, before she does that, she'll be working here over the summer. So please join me in welcoming Ella to the stage as valedictorian.
Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. Oh, feedback. On September 5th, 2020, the sun rose over Campbell Commons, and the first members of this grad class set foot on campus. While I remember that day fairly clearly, I remember the night before much more vividly. I sat on a swing outside my new house and hysterically bawled my eyes out because I was so scared to come to this school. Mind you, I just moved away from everything I knew in Toronto. For 30 minutes, my parents watched as I screamed my lungs out, on our front lawn until I tired myself out and went to bed. What was I afraid of? Was it the unknown? Probably. Was it change? Definitely. And I think we all had this concern. But standing here, 1,742 days later, I shake my head at my younger self because Brentwood has treated me more generously than I ever could have dreamed. Though attending this school comes with its necessary ups and downs, I think most of us can agree that we would do it all over again if we could. Sure, mistakes were made. AirPods were worn in the killie, kids went on boats or were late to sign in by 43 minutes. But the result of all of this was an outcome that I wouldn't change for the world, and hopefully everyone to my sides wouldn't either. This school has left us with more memories than I think I could list in a 10-minute speech. One thing I've learned as I've grown here is that the most special thing in this school is how much they can pack into a year, let alone 5 for me. In just this year alone, there have been 9 provincial championships, a national championship, senior play, the senior musical, the creation of the Brentwood Spikeball League, many tears shed, and a whole lot more joy. The experiences we share together as the class of 2025 are unique to us, not just within these gates, but within the world. Nobody else in this world understands what cookie breaks, defaulters, cohort groups, or interhouse spirit means except us. And while this unique experience will make us feel a bit isolated at times in the coming year, I ask to all of my fellow graduates that you use it as a way to stay in touch with each other. Use the moments that we share to stay in contact after we become scattered all around the world. If you call me, I'll pick up, and if you're ever in Montreal, you'll know where to find me and Brett Huber. Now comes the hard part, the advice. Saying something practical would probably be the most useful thing to apply in the next year, and I could do that. I could say something like, be financially responsible, wear sunscreen, or please, for the love of God, stop liking Instagram Reels, it's public. George and Felix should really take that into consideration. But I think I'll say something a little less helpful or direct and a bit more ambiguous, so all of you can interpret this in your own way. I have high hopes and expectations for all of you in the next chapters of your lives, so please, if you can, take this to heart, because I mean it. These past 5 years, surrounded by all of you, have been the best of my life. I hope you take the energy, curiosity, and passion you've shown here into the next phase of your own lives. Attending this school, though a privilege, is no easy feat. Yet you've handled the challenges and shortcomings with grace, and as a result of this, celebrated the shinier moments with huge smiles and a lot of laughter. A wise man, Mr. Ganley, reminded me of what a very wise man, Nelson Mandela, once said. The greatest glory in living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. All of you, and I know this, at multiple points have fallen, gotten up, no matter the circumstances or occasion, and kept going. In the future, some will say your persistence is tiring to witness, but I'll say it's inspiring. So keep going. In a generation where nonchalance is considered cool, please run in the opposite direction of this. Hiding or masking your passion, talent, and energy does you no favors in achieving your goal or fulfilling your dreams. And on your way towards these goals and dreams, connect with people and live. To deny yourself of caring is to deny yourself of your potential. That I know you all have a lot of. One of life's greatest pleasures is connecting and sharing moments with people around you. For those you know and those you do not know, approach them with empathy and patience. As human beings, that's all we can ask of each other. While I have this opportunity, I'd like to extend my gratitude to a few people. I won't get remotely close to thanking everyone here, so here are a few. Fogg and Miss Chung and my Mackenzie girls, thank you for being my second family. I will always bleed green and gold. And to my people, my best and oldest friends, Ruby, Elena, Isaac, Stella, Julian, there are no words that can truly articulate my appreciation and love for you all. You've changed my life and myself, and I'm the luckiest person to be able, by some miracle, to exist at the same time, in the same place as all of you. Finally, my parents, I owe you everything. I am eternally grateful that you uprooted our lives, gave up your own social lives, and gave me and my sister the opportunity to go to this school. And last, but definitely not least, to my twin sister, Bryn. You're the reason I'm standing straight up, not rambling, and the sole reason why I may be tearing up right now. You're my day one and my other half, and my best friend. And the reminder on my phone set for 8 a.m. every day for the next 60 years, titled Listen to Bryn, will keep pushing me in the right direction. Going all of the memories we shared together as a grad class is one of the most bittersweet and difficult things about graduating. Winding down these past few weeks has been one of the weirdest and most unreal experiences because we're getting ready to unlearn what we know and try our best to learn what we don't. It's truly hard to grasp the fact that this is now a past experience rather than one of our present. So I just want to say thank you. Wherever you may be, however you may feel, I hope you remember these moments of us together. As the sun sets on Gillespie tonight and campus is quiet, know that our legacy, the class of 2025's mark, will live on as our tenacity, passion, and energy will be remembered. Thank you.
Thank you, Ella. Well, that's it for the 2025 graduation ceremony. Grads, I know you're going to go and do great things, but before you do, we have one last Brentwood tradition to take care of, and that is the throwing of your caps. So, listen carefully, please. When I say go, and not before, please exit out. I think you can go out both sides and gather below the deck or porch of Crooks, so just out towards the water there a little bit. Parents and guests, you can gather on the porch as much as possible, but don't worry, we will get fabulous photos, so no need to, jockey for the front seat. We will have a photographer up there. And thank you all for being here. We hope to see you tomorrow evening.